Bill Hamilton does the right thing and is not a terrible guy after all. What's good, y'all? This is Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates breakdown. And in this one, I'm breaking down season 1, episode number 36. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations at any given point. Drop down to the comment section and let me know what you're thinking so that we can turn this into a conversation. And without further ado, not my third straight video, I think, talking about Bill Hamilton first. Because I'm proud of you, Bill. This is what you should have did from the very beginning. But alas, we're here now. Naomi decided to take a step back, pass off the case because it's still a very viable case. And with you listening to what she had to say, you decided to do what you knew you should have did from the very damn beginning, because this was never about Dani Dupree to begin with. And you decide to go ahead and expel Mike from your firm. Kudos to you for finally doing the right thing, not sticking your damn head in the mud and acting like you a big bad Bill Hamilton and any and everything that you say goes, but actually taking into consideration the women's lives who were affected, the culture that has been shifted at your law firm, and actually wanting to get on the right side of history for change. Look at that. Who would have thunk? Alas, we are here. And we don't really get much else from Bill other than the conflict with Mike, because Mike does not want to go easy and he damn sure don't want to go quiet. So much so that Bill winds up having to put his hands on him when Mike is on the cusp of calling Naomi 5 bitches and 2 hoes. I heard him. He tried to call her 5 bitches and 2 hoes, y'all. I know you heard him too. He should have got his ass smiley whopped in that office, but alas, we trying to keep it professional. You want to walk out of here with your severance and some non-broken limbs, then you might want to go ahead and tip one out right now. Mike trying to put up a fight, trying to play like all he did was flirt with a couple women here and there, when it's literally women at the courthouse, when it's literally junior associates at other firms, and then the associates at y'all's firm who have all been complaining about this and who all have this narrative about you. It's like, no, sir, you cannot outrun this. And this is not Bill Hamilton ruining your career. This is not Bill Hamilton forcing you into retirement early. This is not Bill Hamilton affecting your life and taking away all your possibilities. Your creepy ass, pedophile ass, predatory mindset, your misogyny, your love of the privilege of your whiteness and the patriarchy, that's what's going to have robbed you from having a career as an attorney for however many years you thought that you was going to continue on. And I absolutely love men suffering the consequences for the actions that they actually have. You're lucky that you're walking away with a severance. You're lucky that you're walking away with a damn settlement. You're lucky that you're walking away with anything, and Bill is not trying to take you and prosecute you his damn self for creating a negative culture stigma onto his damn law firm. Because yes, he might have dated a paralegal and then married her. However, there's not a bunch of other women that we know of running around here talking about how you inappropriately touched them, inappropriately spoke to them, and put them in circumstances where they're completely uncomfortable and fear for their safety. Yeah, y'all are 2 different type of creepos, and you are giving super creepo and he's just giving annoying dad midlife crisis, why'd you marry my best friend ass creep. It's different. It's just different. I absolutely love this moment for Bill, and it's been this episode and then the episode prior, and I'm like, not y'all trying to shift Bill Hamilton for me, but you know what, y'all, I'm not going to get too much farther on board with him, because it's going to take 2 or 3 episodes before he's going to be back on my damn shit list, and I already know it. I already know that Bill has the diabolicism, the menacing deep down in his soul, and this is just a moment of reprieve, a moment of weakness, if you will, to good-naturedness. But deep down, that man is diabolical. He finishes off the episode going to go thank Dani for actually telling the server to go and serve Haley, basically lifting the ban that is serving Haley Hamilton in the country club, because she's been getting disrespected and ignored left and right. I guess this is now Dani giving Bill what he wanted when he came to visit her a couple episodes ago. And I love it. And I love that it's coming from a place of her not necessarily trying to do what Bill is asking her to do, but it's coming from a place of her trying to get back to herself. She calls Pamela over after her and Andre, they have the blow up that I never thought that they would have had. Luckily, it ended beautifully. Luckily, it ended at a place of like mutual respect and Dani coming around to see what he's saying. But I just watched them go back and forth, specifically Dani pushing at every turn for all of the affirmations and all of the esteem building words that Andre was throwing at her that she was completely refuting, basically. And I just could not help but think, but like, y'all are having a lot of damn relationship arguments, relationship conversations, relationship back and forth to not actually be in a relationship. Andre, you're having to do a hell of a lot for this to not be your woman, for this to not be your lady. Dani, you are asking this man to see you, to appreciate you, to have compassion for you and sympathy for you, and excuse further bad behavior within the circumstances of y'all actually engaging with one another a lot, Miss Girl. For him to be a man, basically, to your specificity that barely even exists, a glorified booty call. Like, you are dependent a lot on this man without even knowing and or giving appreciation for it. Like, I just was watching Dani while she was pushing back, and I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? But I get it. I get it, because when you're in a place where you have kind of like lost what you feel like is the thing that is you, or the many things that are you, then you don't know who you are anymore. Then you're going to behave like you don't know who you are. And I give a lot of kudos and big ups to Andre for like not backing down and not running off, because this was a very difficult conversation to have, especially with Dani just having nothing but smart ass things to say back to him. He continued to affirm her. He continued to uplift her. He continued to pour just beautiful words of who he believes her to be into her, even though she's not actually showing. There's no evidence that she's stellar. There's no evidence right now that she's excellent. It's just this wallowing ass woman who feels like she can say and do whatever she wants because she's hurt. And it's like, girl, no, but it's okay to be hurt. So where's your therapist at? Where's your friend at? Find a life coach, find somebody. If you don't want to listen to me, you're going to have to listen to somebody. And she ultimately winds up calling Pamela, which has them end up at the country club where they're having this brainstorming session for like how she's going to find her way back to herself, which is what put her in a place to talk to Haley, to go ahead and do, I guess, a silent truce for this cold war with Haley. And these are all steps that she's taking where she's saying what she got to say, but she's also not holding on to anything because she is moving into a place of not pedestalizing Bill and Haley in a way that she kind of has been thus far. And I actually love this for her. I love that she has made the choice to kind of like cease fire when it comes to Haley and the animosity towards her. For herself and on the journey of like rediscovering herself and reaffirming herself. I also didn't mind the things that she said to Haley, like, girl, he is literally, I can see now that he is literally treating you exactly how he treated me. So the love is real. I'm not going to deny that anymore. You are actually a factor. But then what happens when the same thing that happens for me or happened for me, he's bored, he's tired, he needs a shift, happens to you? Haley's like, oh, well, it won't happen to me. Girl, if history don't do nothing else, it repeats itself, baby girl. So like, you standing there, and I get that you got to like save face, but like, let's also be for real. You need a backup plan, and this baby ain't gonna be a damn backup plan because she had 2 of them and he still divorced her ass. Haley, you need to be coming up with a backup plan. Dani doesn't even know that he made you leave the firm because he doesn't want you to actually work, and he handed you over a credit card and said, just go be social. Girl, you don't actually have a life. You don't have an existence. You don't have a personhood outside of your relationship. You are quite literally Haley Hamilton now, who does what? Besides get on everybody's goddamn nerves, whining and crying in their face all the time. I don't know what you do yet, aside from those things. And I don't think that's what you want to be known for. So you might want to go figure out what you want to be known for, Miss Girl. Now, in the Hamilton conversation, we also get some moments with Jacob and Naomi, and she's discussing like walking away from the case, all of the like things and ramifications that might come from it, her not necessarily sitting easy with her, them finishing the conversation of like, was Bill faking, like, was I manipulated? But she's not necessarily like regretful, and she doesn't know yet that Bill has actually dismissed Mike. So I can't wait for her to find that out, because I think that's going to go a long way in helping her start to build some type of trust and respect for her father again, because she talks to him about losing it. And I love the dialogue when she asks Jacob, what does it feel to have a father you can respect? Because Jacob is about to lose all respect for his father, and this conversation is going to come full circle. And I just think it's going to make for such a masterful moment within this marriage to watch these two navigate, you know, the shifting of identities of parents and the placements that we have for parents. I think that I'm really big on that particular conversation, because I went through something in my life where I had to de-pedestalize my parents. And I think we all come into life for the most part with a certain reverence, and like we look at our parents like they're almost other than human, and not necessarily gods, but godly in a sense, in reference to like our whole world is kind of shaped by them very early on, and they are the stewards of our lives. So we just put them in a certain place. And my first jolt into therapy was me dealing with my mommy issues, my daddy issues. And like one of the first books my therapist had me read was Toxic Parents. And like there's something that you go through in adulthood if you experience certain things with your parents, where you do have to decenter them in your life. You do have to reposition them and deprogram yourself from seeing them the way that you have seen them, and then teach yourself how to see them as another human being. And I think that's what both Naomi is currently going through, but that's what Jacob is going to have to go through. And I think it's going to be very interesting to watch how they navigate that together within their marriage. Like, I absolutely love them as a couple. What I don't love, and I didn't mention this last episode, was Jacob running down on Andre all for that little raggedy ass vanilla white man. Mind your business, Jacob. Focus on your marriage. You are a good man. That's a good man, Savannah. But I will quickly throw you over to the pile of characters that I don't like if you get the caping for that goofy ass white man. Him and his vanilla ass wife, soon to be wife, in Ashley, plain Wonder Bread ass love. Leave that to be that. That y'all can be friends with them all you want to, but you running down on another black man, which y'all actually look like twins. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all are like quite literally the same prototype ass man. You running down on another black man on behalf of a white man is never gonna sit well with me. Ever, Jacob. Relax. That didn't happen in this episode, but I forgot to mention last episode. What else happened in this episode, y'all? I think that Dani's gonna be in a good place. I'm trying to figure out Pamela. She only pops up here and there to save the day. And now, you know, she's gonna be the quote-unquote quasi life coach for Dani. Maybe it's gonna help. Dani is seeming like she's in good spirits by the end of this episode, which is great. Sparked by Andre. I just need Andre and Dani to get into a relationship, and I need them to go public. And I need Bill to see it. I am waiting on that with bated breath. Cannot wait to see it, actually. Oh, child. I think I understand now why we are getting a recast for Ted Richardson. And this is no shade to the brother who's currently playing him. However, he overacts. And he is just too much. He does a lot of pushing. That whole screaming at Nicole while she was revealing to Andre that, you know, they had a very rough time, which is also what he already revealed to Andre. He's worried, I guess, that Andre is going to reveal about the cheating, which Andre is not judging you, is not going to him telling you, so you need to relax. You're paranoid as hell. But that moment when he screams and then it like throws Nicole off and she's like, relax, like what is wrong? I didn't believe nothing about it. It felt very much so like he was pushing and overacting in that moment. And I was just taking out of it because I get the like brewing feelings and the anxiety, but the actor is not actually giving it to me in a way that I can believe it to be true from Ted Richardson. So I cannot wait to see what the new actor who's going to be playing him does and like how he's going to handle the journey of the Ted Richardson character, because the more we see and the more he's being pushed to dive into certain emotional valleys, I'm starting to see that I don't think that this person actually has it, because I'm seeing one note, honestly, and it's not a lot of range. And again, I'm not trying to shade this particular actor. It's just not believable for me. So that scene didn't hit how it probably should have hit. And I think that's pretty much it. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode in the comment section down below. I'm your good sis you love to talk TV with, and I cannot wait to talk to y'all about tomorrow's episode. See you there.